Hello friends, we have made it to week 5 of the summer novel project. We are officially more than halfway done at this point. We got some good stuff done today. I just finished writing a few minutes ago, and this week I worked the way that I did at the end of last week, where I just selected a scene, put the document into focus mode, and ignored word count until I was done with my scene. Went pretty well today. I'll tell you a little bit more about that after the time lapse. Not too much to report. We're just sort of kicking off the week, and I got through a scene that I wanted to get through, which is good. Today was just one of those sort of solid, simple, straightforward days, and we're always grateful for those whenever they happen. Enjoy the time lapses. We sat down and got this done in one session today, and I will see you afterwards. Welcome back. Good stuff today. We sat down and got this session knocked out in one, no breaks, just one session today, and we wrote 1,319 words. It's about 300 shy of what I would like to have gotten done today, but like I said earlier, I selected a scene, I wrote the scene, and really poured everything I had into it, and ended up actually kind of combining two scenes that I had been meaning to write into one, and I mean, I'm fresh off of it, but I think it worked pretty well. We'll see how it sounds on the reread. And since I finished that scene and was only missing 200 or 300 words from my goal word count for the day, I just went ahead and decided to stop there rather than sort of try to rev the engines back up for a different scene that I would only get a little bit done on. That brings our total to 26,493 words towards our goal of writing 50,000 before September 5th. That reminds me, if you're new here, my name is Swanson. I'm a writer and an aspiring screenwriter and an aspiring novelist. I'm attempting to write my first novel this summer, or rather, I'm attempting to write the first 50,000 words of the first draft of this novel. I've been thinking about this story since 2021. It's been pretty cool over the past month to finally turn this into prose fiction that I can go in and edit later. This was a fun scene to write. Essentially what I did at the end of last week is I created a list, 3 scenes that I had been reluctant to write in previous weeks that just didn't feel like I was quite ready to tackle yet. But after going to the ending of the novel last week and working through that a little bit, getting some first drafts of those scenes done, I felt newly ready to take on these 3 scenes that I had been procrastinating in earlier weeks. I did 2 of those last week on Friday, and the remaining scene is what I tackled today. And it worked pretty well. It's a little bit shorter than I expected it to be, but I got through the conflict of the scene and ended exactly on the button that I had pictured in my head, and I think it sounds pretty decent, so we're going to leave it for now. And what that means is I don't have a scene teed up for tomorrow yet. So tomorrow I'll probably spend the first 10-20 minutes of my writing time sitting down and making another bullet point list from the outline, and then I'll select one, go into focus mode, and just knock out the scene if it's one that I can write in one sitting. Hopefully that process continues to be fruitful this week. I think it will. When I'm not writing, when I'm just going about normal everyday stuff outside of this project, I have felt better both at the end of last week and the weekend and today. I feel less overwhelmed by the novel project, and I feel less concerned about getting behind now that I'm just thinking of it as knocking out scenes and not sort of gunning for that word count every day, even though we are gunning for the word count every day. I think that's been a decent change, and I think it'll serve me well this week. Okay, that's really all to report. No promises, but I'm going to try to stay on top of having shorter, more frequent videos that capture each separate day rather than sort of a big mega video like I did in the middle of last week. I think that's better for preserving the history of the project and for preserving my thought process. I'm really interested in going back and watching all of these later on when I'm trying to write my next project and seeing if I can sort of mine these videos for wisdom that my past self has undoubtedly already forgotten in the future. And to the future me that heard that just now, several years from now, yeah, you still got a lot to learn. Okay, I'll be back later in the week with another update. And thank you for checking in on the summer novel project. I really appreciate it. Hope that you're having a fantastic week yourself and that all is well in your corner of the world. Thanks again.